Once you complete your registration with your PIN, from the home page of the portal, you can click on Pro Ortho Patients. This is where you'll find your new patient paperwork to complete prior to your office appointment. There are two links for our new patient paperwork. The first one is your past medical history. This form will time out after 8 minutes of inactivity, so it is important to have your insurance cards, list of surgeries, medications, and allergies all ready to input into this form. To complete the form, you'll scroll down and pick the location you're being seen at. You'll also want to pick the provider that you are having an office appointment with. Here is where you'll enter your height, and there is a conversion table down below. You will want to make sure to enter in your height in inches. You'll also enter in your weight. If you scroll down further, here is where you'll enter in your medical history. These red asterisks do mean that it's a required field. If you do not have any of these conditions, you'll just want to click the box that states none. Here is where you will list your surgeries. Again, it is a required field, so if you do not have any surgeries, just put none in the box. This is a free text field, so you can enter in as many surgeries as you may have. As you continue to go down the form, you'll just want to complete the questions. Unfortunately, you're not able to go back into the form after it's been completed. So if you realize that you have made a mistake after you've completed the form, you are able to fix that during your first appointment with the medical assistant. Here is where you'll enter in your family history. This section here is for your social history. This is your review of systems. These are things you want to mark if you've experienced them in the last 6 months. Again, each category is a required field, so if you have not had any of these symptoms, you'll want to check the box that states no complaints. You scroll further down the page and check any that may apply to you. When you are finished with this form, you will then hit Submit. And now that health history form is completed. There is still that second link that we need to complete for your registration paperwork. There is a link here that states registration, and you can click here. It'll automatically direct you to that second form. This form has 6 pages. You'll just want to answer the questions appropriately. You can either hit Next at the top of the page or at the bottom of the page. Here is where you'll enter in all of your information. Again, you'll want to make sure to enter in your legal first and last name, as well as your home address. We do like to have 2 phone numbers on file in case we're unable to reach you at the first phone number. You'll just continue to scroll down the page to complete this form. Here's where you can enter in your email again. We do occasionally send out company newsletters. If you check this box here, that would opt out of the newsletter. This section is for an emergency contact. We do like to have one on file in case we are unable to reach you and have an issue with your appointment. And then at the bottom of the page, we will hit next to go on to the next section. If we scroll down, this is where you enter in your primary and referring providers. If you do not have a primary care doctor, you can just check the box that states that. If you do have a primary care doctor but do not know their phone number, you can just leave that phone number section blank. It is not a required field. Once you've completed those two sections, you'll click Next. Then when you scroll down, this is asking for your billing information. If you do not have this information on hand, you can just type none in the red asterisk fields and we will take a copy of the cards at your appointment time. It is helpful, however, to have this information put into the system prior to your appointment. The policy number will typically be called an ID number on your insurance card. And then the group number will state group number. Some insurance cards do not have one, so you can just leave that section blank if that's the case. If somebody else is the subscriber on the insurance, you'll want to input their information here, as well as their date of birth, so we can be sure to bill the insurance correctly. If you have a secondary insurance, you will input that information here. If you do not, you can just leave it blank. It is not a required field. If you scroll down further, this here is stating that it's okay to bill your insurance. You do have to check this box in order to go on to the next field. When you're completed with that section, you'll click Next and it will go on to the next page. This is stating that you have reviewed our privacy policies. You'll have to click this box in order to go to the next field. On the first page of the portal, there is a link that has our privacy policies that you can open and save if you wish to review. Or when you come in for your appointment, we can print out a copy for you as well. This section is saying where it's okay to leave a voicemail. If it is okay to leave a voicemail with a spouse, you'll want to be sure to check yes, as well as their name so we know who to talk to. If it's okay to leave voicemails or information with other family members, you also want to check yes and enter their names here. This could be a caregiver or children or close family friend. If it is okay to send you a email, you'll want to be sure to click yes here. Your email address is already going to input from the previous form. By checking this box here, it is stating that this information above is true and that it is okay to leave a voicemail at those numbers that you indicated. Again, that is a required field, so you do have to check the box in order to go on to the next section. This is the last page of the registration form, so when you are completed, you'll want to hit Submit, and that will push your paperwork into our system. You will get a confirmation page that looks similar to this, and now you've completed your paperwork.